Welcome to 6 Degrees of Health and Wellness. I'm your host, Karen Langston, and I have a wonderful guest with me today. I have Linda Simpson, who is a life coach, and she's also a member of Nshama. Welcome, Linda.
Yes, thank you, Karen.
How are you doing?
Excellent. Just excellent. It's a gorgeous day.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, how could we be inside to record when we have this beautiful,
True.
just, and I think I might have to put my sunglasses on. I don't know. I'm doing okay right now, but we'll see how it goes.
Good. Well, I grew up in the desert, so the sun and the light, I'm used to that.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
and my little Canadian butt's not used to that at all.
Right.
I'm still soaking it all in. Well, I want to allow our viewers to connect with you. It's really important to build that relationship. So I need to ask you, Linda, who are you?
The first thing that comes to mind is I am just a delightful human being.
I love it.
And I'm somebody who likes to go deep. And my friends and family all know that and love that. I am a mom. In fact, I was a teen mom, which is part of what led me into doing work in the healthcare field. Let's see. I'm not sure what else to say about what I am.
Well, you've said a mouthful right
That's
there.
true.
It sounds like you're just a very dynamic person. I like that.
I like to think so.
Well, you touched a little bit on my second question, which is, what got you into the health and wellness industry? We all have our story, and I really want our viewers to connect with that passionate story that brought you to where you are today.
And I guess for me it really is a passionate story. As I was growing up, I wanted to do different things. I wanted to write. Apparently I wanted to speak. But also I wanted to connect and help people in communities have opportunities for healing.
Okay.
And so I went into public health at first.
Okay.
And I dealt with problems that my family and I and friends had dealt with. So teen pregnancy, elderly diabetes, which affected my mother, and heart disease, which is the reason that my father died early, and some other kinds of programs. And so that was really exciting. And to work in for programs in rural areas, which is an area I grew up in, small area.
Where's that?
In Needles, California.
I know where that is.
Places.
I've been there.
Most people have driven through once. In the summer, when it was 120 some degrees.
Yes, definitely.
I know, yeah. But it was located on the Colorado River, so it's wonderful. So I was able to do something to address health problems that had happened. And then I discovered it just wasn't enough.
Okay.
There was something about me that liked that leading edge of change. So I wanted to work with people individually, because as a supervisor in public health, what I'd done was to help people really grow and come into their own, to discover their talents and then blossom within that environment.
That's beautiful.
So, and I'd always really wanted to do that. So my bachelor's degree was in psychology, but I thought everybody's doing that.
Sure.
So I got out of that and went to public health. And I love that one-on-one stuff, so I decided, well, I'll go do some life coaching.
Life coaching.
And then I discovered this whole broader movement, or rediscovered broader movement to alternative health, and those options that people have for improving their wellness, their emotional, physical, spiritual well-being, that really is moving us to longer lives, happier lives, more active lives, and with that, because we're all one, I mean, a wonderful place to live. On Earth and Beyond. I've been reading Barbara Marx Hubbard. So I think of Earth and Beyond.
Oh, that's just amazing. It sounds just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So if I was to come and knock on your door and I decided I wanted to get some life coaching, what can I expect?
Well, what I really do, I've been thinking about this off and on because I talk to people about this a lot, and I really assist clients to discover their own wisdom and act on that by really focusing on kind of what's going on at the unconscious level and bringing that up and shifting things there, because the unconscious is so much more powerful than our conscious minds.
So you're saying that all of us, we all have wisdom?
Absolutely.
And
we are born with it.
We're born with it.
We're born with it.
I like
and
that.
some of it gets covered over. And for me, a bunch got covered over. And so for a while I talked about recovery, then I talked about uncovering, and now I talk about evolution. The evolution of my evolution, your evolution, and the evolution of us as a species, I guess, when you get bigger and bigger.
Sounds absolutely wonderful.
I know.
I think I need to come and see you too.
That would be fun.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Well, I have one more question for you, which is actually my favorite question in the whole world. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. If you had the power to change one thing in this world, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow. Well, I want to use a quote from Carl Jung.
Okay.
He said that enlightenment comes from not bringing in more light, but from making the darkness light.
Okay.
And so,
I like that.
as we are willing to face what I think we think of as our dark side, what we don't want people to see, and that could be good things or it could be uncomfortable things. As we're willing to face that and uncover that and look at it without judgment, and in fact to love that,
Sure.
that's where we bring more light
That's
to
like
all of our lives.
That's like. Have you heard of Debbie Ford?
Yes.
She has the book called The Dark Side of the Light Chasers.
Yes.
Is it sort of along that
Yes.
concept? Oh,
Yes.
that's just absolutely
Yes.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And I can so resonate with that. You know, if we could just embrace all avenues and aspects of ourselves.
Yes, that's it.
How amazing would it be?
And the same for all of us. And to bring not sympathy but compassion to that.
I like that, compassion.
And to help each other move through and heal those wounds from the past, so we're much more open for our future.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, if you'd like to learn more about Linda, it's actually in the body of this email here, and it's also in the links and docs. I definitely want you to get a hold of her, because I'm going to go and see Linda as well. I think she has some awesome stuff to offer. Now, you are also a member of Nshama?
Yes, I am.
So then do you have two websites, or do you just have one website?
I chose to have one website.
And that is?
And that is www.nshama.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well, I have
This was
one
fun.
more thing to do for our guests, or for our viewers, I should say. I want you to be that 6th degree. If you really enjoyed what you've seen today, I want you to forward this on to your friends and family. And if you think that there's somebody that maybe you're not really liking too much and really needs to come from the dark side to the light side, you can just anonymously forward that on to them as well. What do you think?
Anonymous, I like
Anonymously.
Thank you, Karen, for
Thank
all
you.
you do with this.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate it so much. I'm your host, Karen Langston, with my wonderful guest, Linda Simpson. Until next week, take care. Bye.